The future seems unavoidable, but I will struggle to bend its course. Let's see what these young heroes can do.
Let's begin! You can twist the future. That's what I believe. I want to fight for a future where everyone can smile, because a world without people laughing is a dark place.
Give up already. It's like I told you heroes earlier. You're all going to die!
I won't let that happen! I'll stop you no matter what it takes! One blow to the head! Manchester Smash! Not good.
Young Midoriya, you never do what you're told, do you?
Ah! Let's begin! As news of what happened in Kaminoku spread, people all over the world were devastated. Our superhero society changed overnight. The next day, All Might summoned me to the beach. There, he punched me. After that, he told me he couldn't fight anymore. It was over. The symbol of peace was actually retiring.
Texas Smash! You've made a promise, but as it turns out, you can't keep your word. If you kids had gotten hurt, everything would have been in vain. Got some bad influences. The last sparks of One for All have left me. I can barely use my muscle form. I can't protect you when you get yourself in trouble now. You're always rushing to help people, no matter the danger. Destroying your body over and over. And then at Kaminoku, you managed to rescue your friend without being injured or getting into a fight. I'm so proud of you. From here on out, I will devote myself to training you. You're stuck with me, so let's work hard.
He punched me, but I barely felt the stinging on my cheek. And that's when I knew it was actually true. All Might's reign was over. I couldn't keep worrying about getting stronger, because I had to improve. As I sat there crying in All Might's arms, I remembered the first days of our training.
Young Midoriya, it's tutorial time! First, let's see if you can perform each type. This training will make you strong for the future. It's more about getting used to battle than learning. In the past, I also thumped my mentor, and I'll save that story for another time. Anyway, let's continue! Boom!
My legs are my new weapon!
Radiant!
Kick! I'm using the rip! Eat feet! Going in for the win! Take this! Here I come! Here's a kick!
Just quit!
Here I come, cutting through! Kick! Deflect! Come on!
Hey, hey, hey!
Kick technique! This This is exciting!
It looks like you can perform all of your moves. Now let's use them in a real fight.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I'm not getting anywhere! Shoot! Here I come this time! I'm working you out!
I
Cut it
am
through!
awake!
I'm gonna kick your butt! No time for breaks! Just get started! Stay down! Kick! Deflect!
So this is the goal.
Win!
All right! I'm starting to get it! Amazing! It's so crazy. Out of all the paths my life could have taken, I met the greatest hero in the world. And he chose me as his successor. I have to keep running toward my goals at full speed and help create a bright future.
Now, it's your turn.
All Might, I swear, I'll become a hero like you. No matter what. Now it's your turn. Let's begin! Shoot style.
I'm glad you're here, young Midoriya. We're going to practice mine. I like that you want to learn, you hard-working little whippersnapper. Actually, if you listen to your mentor and get stubbornly told to think about that yourself, and you always get the tar beat out of you, well, that's enough of that. Anyway, let's go beyond! Pierce!
Cutting through!
Leave it to me!
Here I come!
Boom! Powerful!
I'm not getting anywhere! Stay down!
Radiant! Pierce!
I'm okay! I'm giving it my all! Ah!
Powerful! Hey, what's wrong?
It doesn't affect. I'm not getting anywhere! Kick! Cutting through! I have to do it! I'm working. Just getting started! I have the timing!
Hey, what's wrong?
Here I come!
What
Kick! I'm furious!
Radiant!
I'm gonna finish this! Cutting through!
Pierce!
Deflect! Here I come!
Powerful! What a pro!
Doesn't affect me! Cutting through! Kick! Deflect!
Radiant! Hey, what's wrong? Leave it to me! Hey, what's wrong?
affect me! I'm furious! I'm okay! Deflect!
You're getting into it now! Looking good! Let's go on to the next stage. Fill one charge of the Plus Ultra gauge and try unleashing a Plus Ultra 1. When you go at it, you get all worked and yell this: Smash!
Just getting started! Right! I'm gonna beat you down!
Good job! Next is Plus Ultra 2. Build up 2 bars of your Plus Ultra gauge and give it a shot.
I'm not getting anywhere! Shoot!
Hey, hey, hey!
Me. I feel so strong! Gotta find more power! I'll show you!
Oh my goodness! Build up 1 full bar of your Plus Ultra gauge and release a Sidekick Plus Ultra!
I'm not getting anywhere! Nice! Going in for the win!
Yes! This should be enough. Now's my chance!
Okay. Here's the final technique. Build up 3 full bars of your Plus Ultra gauge and unleash the Plus Ultra All!
I'm not getting anywhere! There's a kick! Here I come! Cutting through! Shoot! I have the timing!
Powerful!
I'm gonna finish this! Eat fight! Here I come!
Brilliant!
Is that it? No, just getting started! Let's move out!
Understood!
Gotta make the most of my effort! Let's turn it up! I have the timing! Charge! Stay down!
It looks like you were able to perform all of the moves. Let's practice one last time. Young Midoriya, show me your Plus Ultra!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I'm not getting anywhere! I'm gonna beat you down!
Just quit!
Leave it to me!
I'm working you out! Here I come! Deflect! Take this! Come on!
Just getting started!
I feel so strong! Ha! Gotta find more power! Always here for a fight!
Plus
I
Ultra!
can't shame myself.
Win!
All right! I'm starting to get it! Amazing! Let's begin!
After saving Bakugo, we took him to talk to the police. Then it took half a day to get home from Kaminoku. I kept wondering, what impact would All Might's retirement have? Who would be the #1 hero now?
There you are, Shoto. I was afraid something had happened to you. You could have at least responded to some of my messages, you know. At least you're okay. So, Dad's been in a mood since he got back. You should go see him.
Watch it. You're going to demolish our house.
Shoto, get over here. We should talk.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I'm sure you've heard. That fool's no longer the top hero, which means is number 2. No, I can't accept this. It wasn't supposed to be this way! Then saying, it's your turn? What a ridiculous warning to criminals. What was he thinking? My entire life, I've tried to close the gap between me and All Might. And now, he's done. But I should have earned his spot by beating him. A complete upgrade.
By my own hand.
This and now, I'm sure the League of Villains will make a move. Burning criminals will come out of hiding. The underworld will become more active. Without the fear of All Might, those who lurk in the shadows will feel braver and not hesitate to move into the light. Which means I must show that I am stronger than any hero or villain. Yes, I must become not just the symbol of peace, but absolute power. That is my new destiny.
Drown in flames.
Hurry! Here's a burning hell!
All done.
So unsightly.
Win!
I can't stop. I won't stop. Right. Of course. Another rant from my old man. How many of those have I heard? Although, he did seem pretty emotional this time. Well, I suppose, in the end, he's just trying to do what he thinks is best.
Just wait. I'll reach the top in my own way.
Let's begin!
After the Kaminoku incident, UA decided to move its hero students on campus. Given everything that had happened, it was for our own protection. But before we could start packing our bags, the school needed consent from everyone's guardians, so the teachers did home visits. Before I knew it, All Might was at my house!
I'll be frank with you. Ever since enrolling at UA, my baby just keeps getting hurt. I won't allow Izuku to move into the dorms.
I shouldn't have been surprised. I'd been ignoring my mother's feelings for so long. How many times has she seen me bloody and broken after fighting villains? But still. Look, Mom! All Might, you too! At the hospital, I got this letter thanking me. It's from Koda. He's the boy I saved at the training camp, and this made me feel like a real hero. That's what I'm meant to be, so I won't stop. That means I'll keep training even if I'm not at UA.
Listening to you, I can tell you're on your own path, not just following in my footsteps. That's good. And I know that learning from heroes will help you achieve your goals. So please, ma'am, I believe the young Izuku is the right person to succeed me. He is my choice to become the world's next symbol of peace. So please, will you allow me to devote myself to helping your son? We will go beyond. I will walk beside him and lift him up. Even if it costs me my life, I swear I'll protect him.
No. All Might, you are Izuku's reason for living. So don't give up your life. He needs you to raise him and keep him safe. If you can promise me you'll do that, then he can return to UA.
I promise you.
Your idol is impressed with you. I'm sure that's one of the happiest things that's ever happened to you. But listen, if you're staying at UA, you have to keep out of trouble. Izuku, be careful.
I will. I won't make you worry. Let's begin! In mid-August, I packed my bags and moved out. I'd now be living in the dorms along with my classmates. Our building was called Heights Alliance, located on the edge of UA's campus. About a 5-minute walk from the main school.
Given everything that's happened recently, I'm glad our class is here safely. Now then, I'll explain how your dorm assignments will work shortly. But first, this is important. Listen well. Todoroki, Kirishima, Midoriya, Yaoyorozu, Ida. You 5 are the ones who broke the rules and went to rescue Bakugo that night.
Ribbit?
As for the rest of you, I assume you were at least aware of their plan. Normally, you'd all be expelled. You betrayed the trust of your teachers. Even if it was to keep your friends from getting into trouble, they could have died. I hope each of you understands that. However, we can't kick out students while the League is out there. Who knows what they could be plotting next? So, in order to regain our confidence, you'll need to obey our every rule and live as model students. Got it? Now, look alive. Enjoy your new home.
Wait, that's it? Pretty crappy pep talk. We're like disappointments. I feel so lame. Dumbass, come here! Huh? Wait, why? What's up?
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Bring him down! What are lightning strikes? What was that again? Shaking your boots! That wasn't a just explode! Blast off! Electric! Battle's fully charged! What a electrical! I'll kill you! This is just loser! Shaking your boot! I held back! I'll test you! Take this! It's a lightning This just begun! I'm not changing my plan! Give it up! Blast Ultra! Win! Come on! Let me enjoy this a bit! Amazing!
Man, what was that for? He's fried, Bakugo!
You losers all sounded depressed. It was getting annoying.
Oh man, what a moron. You're so hopeless.
Laugh at this idiot and move on.
I guess sometimes it's good to blow off steam.
Time to judge who has the coolest room. I want to see some impressive interior design, you guys. That's what it's going to take to be crowned Room King.
Let's begin!
Each student dorm holds one class. Girls are on the right, and boys are on the left. The first floor is a common area. That's where you'll find your kitchen, baths, and laundry rooms.
Doth mine earth deceive me? Our baths are located in the common area? Is this heaven?
So spacious and pretty! Ooh, look at that sofa!
Your rooms have already been assigned. The belongings you sent ahead have already been placed in your new spaces. Spend the day unpacking and getting settled. I'll tell you more about your next lessons tomorrow. And Mineta, the baths are not co-ed. I warn you, you will behave yourself.
It's weird. I know we could have died, but it's kind of exciting to be living here.
Hey, boys, are you done unpacking? Because if so, I think we should have a contest. The girls and I were thinking we should vote to see who has the coolest room.
Good idea. Come to mine, girls. I've got so much stuff to show you.
We'll crown a winner and everything. Now, any volunteers to go first?
I will not be ignored! This isn't fair! Start with me!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I promise, you'll have fun in my bed chambers!
Gross! Go around! I'll melt you! Solubility up! Surround! It's blistering! Please stop making that drool face.
Just a peek. Please!
Look out! Ew! Stay away from me! Pow! Flexible! Bend! I'll melt you! Go around! Solubility up! Damage!
Good grief.
Sticky with maximum acidity! With all my heart!
Class Ultra! Win!
Ha! Victory is mine! Amazing!
And so, at Ashido's suggestion, we all decided to judge the rooms we barely moved into. First off, everyone headed to... What? No! That one's mine! Hold on! It's not ready! Please don't! Wait!
Whoa, it's All Might everywhere! Jeez, you're such a fanboy. It's amazing! This is so much fun. Whose room is next?
You're up next, class rep. Whoa, you've got so many glasses. Do you really need all these, Ida? Kirishima, your room is... let's just say I don't understand what some boys call decorating. Sato, your room smells so good! Did you just now bake that adorable cake? Delicious!
What? Why is Tokoyami's room so scary? And why do you have swords? Dang! Todoroki's room is so traditional. Are those floor mats? Did you have this place remodeled? And Aoyama. Yeah. Makes sense. I know I'm next, but this is kind of embarrassing.
Cool. This is totally punk rock. Can you play all of these instruments? Let's see Ashido's room. It's super cute. And Yaoyorozu's room? Oh, that furniture looks expensive.
Hagakure's room.
Plus Ultra!
Has everyone got their votes in? Remember, you can't pick yourself for this, guys. And now, without further ado, here are the results of the first Best Room competition! With a total of 5 votes, the overwhelming winner of this totally awesome contest is, drumroll, Rikido Sato! By the way, all the girls voted for you. We couldn't get enough of that yummy cake.
You villain! Aspiring heroes shouldn't resort to bribery! That's so not fair!
This is great. You guys never change.
Let's begin! Now that we'd moved into the dorms, we could return to training. I hadn't been in class for so long, so I was ready to learn and grow stronger.
This summer, your main focus is obtaining provisional hero licenses. Do not take this lightly. A hero license means that you're responsible for human lives. As such, you can imagine they're hard to qualify for. Today, you'll concentrate on creating ultimate moves.
It's like a school assignment and a hero assignment combined! Rock on! Let's do this!
According to Mr. Aizawa, having an ultimate move will heavily impact our provisional licensing exam. Without one, it could be hard for us to pass. And so, we moved to Gym Gamma to train. There we'd see what we could come up with.
In battle, your special maneuvers must prove useful. They won't help if they leave you defenseless. That's why today, you're going to practice against the foe villains. Don't hold back against them. First up is...
Huh? Of course I'm number one! Time to explode! Bring it!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Bring him down! Explode! Shaking your boots! This just begun! Get lost! Got a problem? Take this! I'm not changing my plan! Die already! Got a problem?
KO! Win!
Come on! Amazing! It's been a while since I could let loose like this! I killed him! Give me another one!
Kacchan, you're so amazing. I bet you have lots of ideas for ultimate moves. How can I fight? My arms are all busted up. What's worse, I can't risk damaging them anymore. So how do I come up with a new technique? Ashido's doing great. Her acid is incredible. Minetta's working on something called Grape Rush. I wonder how it'll work out. And Uraraka's working overtime right now. They're all gonna leave me behind if I don't act fast.
You look worried, so how about some advice? Use that clever head on your shoulders. There's no right or wrong here. The thing that's important is that you realize your full potential on your own. Think for yourself. Right now, you're still trying to imitate me.
Also, you should be planning how you can improve your costumes, especially now that you understand your quirks better. If you want anything changed, head to the development studio for help.
Let's begin! I didn't really get why imitating All Might was such a bad thing, but I knew I had to do something to keep up. So I went down to the development studio to get some expert advice and found an explosion waiting for me. Wait, no, that was just Mei Hatsume from the support course. So this high-tech baby senses muscle contractions and improves your movements? That's great! But actually, I needed something for my arms.
An electric booster that can cool anything that gives off heat? That's perfect for my radiators. Ah! Hold on! My quirk is in my legs, you mad woman!
That's true. But think of it this way. If you're wanting to let your legs cool down, then why don't you just run with your arms instead? Brilliant!
Hold on. Maybe she has a point. Oh, ooh! I think I've got it!
Designer doesn't get weighed down by common sense. I try out new things every day. Now, any other requests? Ooh, how about this?
4 days after visiting the development studio, I was back at Gym Gamma. It was my first training session with my new gear.
Not an explosion from my entire hand, but a blast from a single concentrated point. Take this! AP shot! Hey! Watch out!
All Might! Above you!
That's right. You're doing great. Show those faux villains what you've learned.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
All Might's signature moves usually involve his fists. Since I inherited One for All from him, I tried to do the same thing, copying his every technique. But even if my arms are messed up, I can still use my legs. It's so obvious that I didn't even realize it.
I'm okay!
This is my move. One for All, full cowling.
Shoot style! Turn!
Plus Ultra! Win!
All right! I'm starting to get it! Amazing!
Dude, Midoriya, you swooped in and wasted that rock!
It's these new souls. Hatsume suggested them, and I think they'll really up my game. Plus, Ida's been showing me how to use my legs better, so my fighting style has changed. Looks like other people improved their costumes, too.
You're not the only one here with a brand new style. We've all been making changes here and there. Now's the time to upgrade.
That's right. Remember, older students with more experience than you will be at the provisional licensing exam. There's no doubt this will be tough. But again, try not to overthink things too much. If you get lost in your own head, you're done for.
Hey, All Might. It's dangerous in here. You should be careful.
Yeah, All Might, watch yourself!
Watch yourself, huh? I guess that only makes sense. To everyone else, I'm just a weakling now. Someone who needs to be protected. Even if it's by my own students.
Let's begin! Our days of training flew by. Soon, it was the day of the Provisional Hero Licensing Exam. And so, we all gathered at the National Takoba Arena.
If you can pass this test and get your provisional licenses, then you novice eggs will hatch into chicks. You'll be semi-pros. Do your best.
All right, let's call out the usual, you guys. On my mark, plus...
Ultra! Who the heck is this guy? He's way too excited. Wait, that uniform. You're from Shiketsu on the other side of Japan. Of all the hero courses out there, that one rivals UA's.
You know it's pretty rude to barge into other people's huddles like that, Inasa.
I'm so very extremely sorry! I just wanted to say plus ultra! You see, I really love UA High School!
As a Shiketsu student, it's important that you cultivate the proper behavior. You may be our golden boy, but you have much to learn.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
The idea that I must sanction my classmate is deplorable, but I'll do it.
Thanks for this passionate training session! What a thrill! I'm in good hands, sir!
I believe my lesson has gone over your head. What a waste of my time. Shut. Meatball time. En route. Don't take me lightly.
Just getting started!
Now's the time. Meaningless. Neutralized.
It's starting to get a bit tough in here.
En route. You're a nobody. Now's the time. Engage.
Just getting started.
Meaningless. En route. Resign yourself to defeat. Here and now. How foolish.
Definitely lost here.
Win!
Amazing.
And yet I greatly appreciate it nevertheless! How extremely honored we are to compete against the incredible students of UA! I'm so looking forward to it!
Enough.
Inasa Yuarashi. He's the same year as you all, and received the top scores for students admitted through recommendations. Although, for some reason, he turned UA down.
This guy says that he loves our school, but he passed on his chance to enroll when it was offered?
He's the real deal. Watch out for him. Now, change into your costumes and head to orientation. You've got no time to waste.
Whoa! Let's begin! And just like that, our exam was about to start. We changed into our hero gear and assembled, anxious to hear the details of the first part of the trial.
So, anyway, you get to the next round by taking down 2 people, but only the first 100 students to fulfill the requirements move on. That's the basic gist of it. Got it? Good. Without further ado, let's begin the first part of the licensing exam. 4, 3, 2, 1, start!
An earthquake! No, someone's quirk must have caused the ground to break apart. This is bad. I've got to find everyone, or at least some of my classmates fast. If I'm alone, I'm done for. The other schools have had so much more time to work together and train. They're versed in battle. I don't know why, but I'm actually getting pretty excited about this.
Tag, you're it. Not smart. Staring off into space. But what's really weird is that you're in trouble and still smiling.
What? This girl came out of nowhere!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
That hat. You're from Shiketsu.
Hard! You're still calm and composed. So cool. All I have to do is tap you with the ball and that makes 2. Now...
Huh, you sure like to talk. I've got to make sure I don't get taken out.
Come on! Pause with plenty of time to spare.
Am I seeing things?
Hard with plenty... Super dangerous.
Right here!
Impossible.
Gotta make the most of my effort. Let's turn it up!
Isn't it dull? Super dangerous. I can't take it anymore.
Win!
All right. I'm starting the game. What? She disappeared again?
I tracked you down because there's a good possibility that UA students will be ganged up on. I wanted the chance to talk. UA is such a prestigious school, and I've taken an interest in you.
That was close.
Oh, you think my quirk lets me disappear? That's not it. I was just hiding. It's just a technique. One that lets me become invisible to any of my opponents.
Wait, you learned a technique that impressive at Shiketsu?
You got it. I hold my breath, clear my mind, and disappear. It's simple. The hardest part is not thinking, to be honest. The trick is to not view your training as some kind of chore.
Almost got me. I'm trapped. I couldn't find my classmates. And now I'm the target. The worst-case scenario I thought of earlier is now a reality.
Are you okay? Over here, hurry!
That voice! It's Uraraka! Let's begin! We got split up because of someone's quirk, and then we were surrounded by other examinees. Suddenly, Uraraka called out to save me. But then, out of nowhere, the ground under her collapsed. And we were in big trouble again.
The ground's so shaky, I'm gonna fall!
Back at camp, I chose to fight and save someone, but at the cost of my arms. If I had only been faster, I would have been able to get Koda to Mr. Aizawa sooner. And then I could have gone after the villains myself. And if Kacchan was never taken, then All Might would never have had to fight against All for One at the warehouse. To help others, you have to be able to take care of yourself. Until my body is able to catch up to my quirk, I won't use One for All at 100%. Instead, I'll rely on support items to compensate for my weaknesses.
Thanks. Sorry, I really messed up back there, huh?
No, that's not true. You were outnumbered. But be honest. You're someone from Shiketsu, aren't you? Uraraka can now ignore her quirk side effects for a short period of time and use it to make herself float without getting sick. But you haven't tried to use that power at all, even though you were in danger. And even more suspicious, you exposed yourself to the enemy without a plan. That's not like the Uraraka I know.
If you saved me even though you knew I was a fake, does that mean you were trying to use me somehow? Cute. Please tell me more about yourself. Everything.
She scratched me? What's the matter with this girl?
Deku, are you okay?
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Here's my first move! Floating for real! Even if it's heavy! Now it's time for a super battle! Hey! Ow! Rather painful! Hey! Let's go! How's it? I'll do this! Rise up! Like this! Take that! This is the end! Impossible! I can still do it! Here, take catch up! I'll hit you! I'll do what I can! Take an instant! I'll hit you! Take this! This is the right time! I win! Instant! How about this? I can't take it anymore.
Win!
Those reflexes! Ochako Uraraka. He really trusts you a lot, you know. I wanted to talk to him more, but not with so many people around. Bummer.
We can't chase her! It might have just been her quirk, but it looked like she wasn't wearing her targets. We don't have much time left, and it would be hard to get a point off of her.
Sure.
Let's begin!
I wasn't exactly sure I made the right move running off with Bakugo and Kirishima. Before long, we ran into Shiketsu. This rude guy had a gross quirk, and somehow, he turned Kirishima into a literal meatball.
This is a demonstration. Proof of the difference in level between our classes. We value obligation and dignity, things that appear to be sorely lacking among you.
You shut your face! Obligation? Dignity? You just like to hear yourself talk. Show us with your actions, not your cheap words, if you can.
He's hard to follow. Makes me feel kind of dumb.
He said his beady eyes are full of tears so he can't see how strong his opponents are.
My eyes are dry and handsome, thank you!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Yue Hai. I have respect for your school. I take pride in the fact that our institutions are treated as equals. But your class has done nothing but erode my respect.
Especially you, Bakugo! Kill you! I hate your type! You're dead! What was that again?
I can still
take this! Shaking your boots!
I must. It begins. You will be defeated. I will not be defeated. I yield.
I'm not changing my plan! Die already!
Blast Ultra! Win!
Come on! Let me enjoy this a bit! Excellent! Huh, this is
Beast. I see what I must do. The only way to teach each of you a lesson is by breaking you. Then you'll know what it means to be dignified and behave like a hero!
What's with this guy? Fighting right now is pointless. Let's just get this over with.
Projectiles? What a nuisance. I'll make you something more appealing.
Don't ignore me!
I wasn't.
No way!
Let's begin!
This test has an unusually low passing rate. At first this seemed counterintuitive. With All Might retired, wouldn't it make more sense to flood the streets with heroes? But then I realized, this test weeds out the riffraff. I agree with that way of thinking, so I decided to thin the herd myself.
You're ignoring the test because you think you're superior? Are you insane? Also, you've been doing nothing but hurling insults at us this entire time. That's super hurtful.
I assume this means you recognize the truth in my words. Take this time to reflect on your failure.
I was talking about my classmates!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I'll take the first move!
Ouch!
Smack him! Strike back!
Dangerous.
Bullseye! Electrical!
My senses.
Lightning!
Ouch!
I'm gonna discharge!
I screwed up. Challenge.
Cool, right?
Electric
Smack
shock.
'em! I'm damn tough! Excellent! Bullseye!
What's wrong with me?
Win!
Yeah! How was my electricity? Amazing! Bakugo might seem like a total jerk on the surface, but he's trying hard to be a pro hero. And Kirishima is such a good dude that he rushed an enemy for his friends, even though it was a stupid thing to do.
I'll teach you to be more aware of your place, you degenerates!
You only know bits and pieces of info about these guys. Don't insult them when you don't know them!
What took you so long?
That was weird. Thanks, man.
The more damage he takes, the more people get released. No wonder he relied on long-distance attacks.
I found the Mayama! So come with me!
Let's begin!
As the representative for Class 1A, it was my duty to search for my peers. But when I met up with Ayama, we found ourselves surrounded by other examinees. Then for some reason, Ayama fired his laser beam toward the sky. As the head of our class, it's my responsibility to lead the others. I want to serve UA and all of its students to the best of my abilities. That's what my brother would do. It's through my actions that I'll realize my ultimate dream. But seriously, Ayama, what are you doing?
I'm standing out. If you try to protect me, you'll fail the test. I've already got 2 of my triggers hit, and they'll be swarming me soon. You'll have a much better chance without me. With your speed, you should be able to hit their targets.
Where is this even coming from?
Papa, Mama, why am I so different from everybody else?
My ultimate dream has always been to be an equal to the amazing people at our school.
Ayama's laser! That's where everyone's headed! Please continue to swarm that area!
Ah, that's it. You're rounding up all of our opponents. Now, Black Abyss! Covert Black Ops Arms!
He bought us some time. Go, 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 you guys!
Get some out of them while they're distracted!
Everyone! Ayama! I don't know who you want to be equal with because I don't know what you're measuring yourself against. But this was your doing. Thank you.
Well, I guess this means my twinkling won't have to stop after all.
Only 7 spots left. Make that 5. The pressure's on now. In the final minutes, UA came together and pulled off some absolutely insane combos out there. And that's it. Every spot is now filled. 100 students will advance. The end is finally here. Wahoo!
We spotted your belly button laser, and that's how we were able to meet up with everybody. Thanks.
And with that, the first part of the exam ended. Somehow, everyone in Class 1A passed. But we weren't done yet. The second exam would begin soon. What would it entail?
Let's begin!
In the break after the first test, while we tried to prepare for whatever was in store for us next, the loud guy from Shiketsu started glaring at me. Hey, you. Did I offend you somehow?
Oh no. I'm sorry, did I hurt your feelings? Boo-hoo, Endeavor's son.
Huh?
I can't help but hate you and your dad. You've changed a little bit since the first time our paths crossed. But that doesn't matter. You still have your father's eyes.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
My father's eyes? Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
Started!
Burn! Freeze!
It's super cold!
Here's an iceberg.
Cold! This is one hot flame!
I'll freeze you. Freeze! Stand back. I'll freeze you. Back off. Here's an iceberg.
Just getting started!
Don't move a muscle. Maximum output. Not enough.
Blast Ultra!
Definitely lost here.
Win!
I can't stop. I won't stop. Amazing.
Yo, Arashi, calm down. Todoroki, I'm sorry for his rudeness. Let's try to work together in the second trial.
Now we will begin the next and final exam. For this portion, you'll be rescuing injured persons in a hazard zone. We'll be scoring you on a point system. If you have more points than the benchmark at the time the exercise comes to an end, then you pass the exam. Now, how about a story? Unknown villains have performed a large-scale terrorist attack spanning all of insert city name here. Your task is to save as many people as you can and help the injured. Now, begin!
With that, the final test for the provisional licensing exam was underway. I had to do my best and pass, no matter what it took.
Let's begin!
If I was going to get my provisional hero license, I had to overcome a villain attack and rescue victims. I decided to leave the injured to other people and deal with the bad guys. But then I ran into him.
Tell me, you sad excuses for heroes. Will you help my victims or fight?
He dodged my ice easily, but how about my fire?
I'm gonna blow you away! Why'd you use your flames? The heat makes the air rise up! You blocked me so you'd get all the glory, didn't you? Hatred's in your blood! You really are Endeavor's son! You're exactly like him!
What? I didn't do that on purpose. What the hell has been up with you this whole time? My old man's got nothing to do with this
This is completely outrageous. I can't believe you're arguing at a time like this.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
To me, heroes should be full of passion. They bring hope and inspiration to people with the fire burning in their hearts. They care! But all I see in you and your father's eyes is cold-blooded rage. Nothing but hatred and cruelty!
You think we're the same? Don't be ridiculous. I'm nothing like him. I have no feelings about my old man anymore. No. There is still some hate inside me.
You will struggle.
Progress!
It's mindless. Can't take much
I'm
more of
hyped
this.
up! I'll get you!
Don't pull me!
I'm boiling! Fly away!
Let me go!
Blast Ultra!
Made a good effort.
Win!
Straggler.
All right! This is the highest honor! Amazing!
You reap what you sow.
Crap! This anger in my heart. I've become the exact thing that I've always hated!
Damn it. I can't believe it. Our quirks aren't compatible, and we have zero teamwork. There's no way we can beat a top hero when we're at odds like this. Hopefully he understands too, and feels the same way I do. Lift up my fire from below. That's it.
Then my whirlwind
Create an
will
inferno.
trap him!
Let's begin!
This won't make up for their foolishness earlier. They realize their mistakes. This is an attempt to make up for them. How persistent.
A quirk that uses wind. Why didn't I remember such an obnoxious guy sooner? We have met before. I guess I wasn't paying attention back then. I only wanted to reject my father. To forget him. And my past, my bloodline, or forget them. But I can't just ignore them.
That's right. The events that comprise our histories don't just disappear. So, what now?
I have nothing.
Then it's over.
No!
Get away from those two!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
With my new style!
What to do next?
Here, deflect! Shoot! I'm working you out! Eat foot!
Try to endure. Try to overcome it.
No time for... Come on!
Excrement! Strike. Airhead.
I have the timing!
Spine. Excrement. Reversal.
Stay focused. Gotta make the most of my effort. Let's turn it up! Just getting started!
Class Ultra!
Made a good effort. Straggler.
Win!
All right! Excellent!
Yeah, so here's the thing. At this time, all of the injured citizens have been rescued from the disaster zone. It may seem anticlimactic, but with this, the provisional licensing exam has officially been completed! We're done here!
It's over?
This restraining gear really made it tough to move around. Glad that's done. I have to admit, that Tower of Flame was an inspired attack. And with Midoriya's surprise counter once I had been weakened, I might have had a hard time if the test went on, even lost.
Let's begin!
Those who passed the second round were announced soon. The judges seemed to score us on the pivotal decisions made in the emergency situation. From UA, only Todoroki and Kacchan ended up failing the exam.
Todoroki! I'm sorry, it's my fault that you didn't pass the licensing exam and won't get your license! My focus was too narrow-minded, too selfish!
You're fine. I got us off to a bad start. Besides, I was able to realize something about myself thanks to your bluntness.
The provisional licensing exam was finally over, and I passed! And Deku, well, he looked like he was on top of the world.
So many people have helped me to get to this point, and some of them went through a lot of trouble to do so. It's like this is proof I've matured, that I've gotten stronger, and it makes me so happy. I need to show this to my mom and All Might as soon as possible.
Let's begin!
Night was falling by the time we got back from the Provisional Hero licensing exam. That's when Kacchan cornered me and said he wanted to talk.
You've always made me sick, Deku. You were useless. No power at all. A joke. Then suddenly you managed to get into this school with a brand new quirk that appeared out of nowhere. I haven't forgotten what you said before. That your abilities were given to you. You got your quirk from All Might, didn't you? He gave you his power.
As soon as he mentioned my quirk, I knew what this was about. That's what I get for breaking my promise. Why did you call me out here?
You and I both wanted to be just like All Might when we were growing up. I was the one who had the potential. But somehow, a little nobody like you was singled out by the person I admired most. That's why we're here. You and I are settling this. Right here. Right now.
Huh? What? Why are you doing this?
I want to know what made All Might give his power to a loser like you. Let me see for myself. Fight me!
Hachan, you can't be serious.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Is it because you looked up to him more than I did? And if that's the case, does it mean everything I've done to be like him is wrong?
No, of course that's not true! You were right to admire him the way you did! Just hold on!
Our whole lives you were stuck to me. I couldn't get rid of you. No matter how much I tried, you kept coming back! Here I come! Why did I end up having to chase after someone who was always so far behind me? Why did a damn small fry like you get strong and become the #1 hero's sidekick? His favorite!
Gotta make the most of my effort. Let's turn it up!
Bring it, damn it!
Eat fire! We're cutting through!
Shut up!
KO!
You better not forget this!
Win!
All right! Amazing!
You got so much better, and I'm the reason he lost his power! If I'd been stronger, if I hadn't been kidnapped by villains, then it never would have happened. So what the hell am I supposed to do now?
This guilt. He's been carrying it around. Obsessing. Hurting. He's blaming himself. Even more than me. It doesn't really matter who wins or loses this fight. Even so, I have to go through with it. Because in this moment, I'm the only person in the world who understands how Hachan felt. If I'm gonna do this, I'm going all out.
You think you're better than me? But if you seriously believe you're gonna surpass me as a hero, even with your newfound power of yours, you better think again, you damn nerd!
You had so much going for you that I didn't have! All Might was my hero, but you were the person actually in my life! I thought you were incredible! That's the reason I kept chasing after you! You're the best. That's why I want to defeat you! I have to! In order to make All Might proud and surpass the expectations he set for me!
I won't lose to you! We're done here. I won this fight. You have All Might's power, but even using his strength, even after making it your own, somehow you still managed to lose to me. You're still pathetic.
Let's begin!
Stop this right now, both of you. I'm sorry, but I heard what you said. I didn't understand before. I should have. Young Midoriya was powerless, but still more heroic than anyone else. Young Bakugo, I knew you were strong. You were someone who could already fight. So I decided he should have the chance to stand in the ring.
But now you know I'm weak too. I always wanted to be like you, which meant being as strong as possible. But look what I did to you, because I'm not good enough.
This is not your fault. I was going to lose my power. You're powerful, and I let that blind me. I apologize. I missed what was important. I forgot that you boys are just kids. Young Midoriya looks up to your strength, you know that. And I believe that's why you've always feared his heart and spirit, young Bakugo. Now that you've laid your feelings out on the table, maybe you'll understand each other. If you have mutual respect and focus on making one another stronger, you'll be unstoppable. You'll become the ultimate heroes. There's no limit to what you can do together.
Damn it. That's not what I wanted to hear. Deku, you had the strongest guy in the world lay the groundwork for you. Don't you dare lose again.
I'll work harder so that I can beat you.
So talk, who knows about you two? You don't want this to get out, right, All Might? Well, your secret's safe with me. I won't tell anyone what's going on. I can keep my mouth shut.
And so, All Might told Kacchan the whole story. The truth behind One for All. About how he used that power to become the symbol of peace. How he was gravely injured, which limited his strength. And finally, how he chose his successor.
The secret, please keep it. I'm terribly sorry for asking you to do this for me, but I'm afraid it must be done. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. But this doesn't change what I have to do. I'm gonna end up the #1 hero no matter what. But Deku, things aren't gonna be the same from now on. You got that? I won't stop until I'm the most powerful. I'll fly higher than you could ever dream, even if you are the chosen one.
Right, then I'll be even better, stronger than you can imagine. That's how the secret between me and All Might became one the three of us shared. After that, it felt like my relationship with Kacchan changed. We were like normal rivals. Let's begin! A couple days after my fight with Kacchan, the top students of UA, known as the Big Three, came to our class. There, they explained how the Hero Work Studies program functioned. Those of us who had our provisional licenses would soon be going on patrols.
I can't introduce myself. I'm trying to imagine them as potatoes, but I can see their bodies. I know that they're still people. My mind is totally blanking. I can't say anything. I want to go home. Please, skip me.
Come on, Amajiki, cheer up. You need to have the heart of a lion, not a kitten. You know, even though you're human. Get what I mean? This is our kitten, Tamaki Amajiki. And hi, my name is Neji Reihado. Hey, Ashido, if your horns break off, you think you'll grow new ones? Ooh, and can you wiggle them? Mineta, are those balls your hair or what? I don't get it. How do you get a haircut? You're such a little weirdo.
Okay, everybody, let's make some noise. The future's gonna be...
The future?
Awful! That's your part, guys! Oh crap, my call and response was a total fail!
Let's begin!
Oopsie! All three of us totally botched our introductions, which left the whole class kinda confused. So I figured I'd show off my quirk to them to liven things up a bit. Heads up! The rad new plan is all you first years fight me at once! Let's get changed and head to the gym pronto!
Mirio, be careful. Think about how bad it'll look if some of them can't recover from fighting you.
Hey, listen up, it's story time. Long ago, a student got frustrated in class and quit being a hero. That was terrible for everyone. Did you know that? So Togata, I know our job is tough, but you better make sure you know what you're doing.
We fought plenty of pros before.
Not to mention we took down some legitimate villains. Don't underestimate us and take us for a bunch of wimps.
View this as a learning experience. It's a good opportunity. In my opinion, Mirio Togata is the person who's closest to taking the spot of #1 hero. That's including the pros.
I'm ready when you are. Now who's ready to start this party?
Me! I'll go first!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Who's gonna start this party? Observe! Right here! Going in! I see through you! How about some melee?
Here I come!
Permeating! Excuse me!
that!
I've got a read on you.
Can't take you down!
Heave and ho! Observe!
I'm still
Bet
gonna save you!
Going in! Power! Right here! Power! I'll blow you away!
I won't give up!
Can't dodge this!
More training!
Win! Why am I so strong? Because
he teleports or slips through matter? I can't figure it out. Either way, it looks like he can phase through things and warp around at incredible speeds.
I've got this super sweet quirk called permeation. Warping is just a way I can use that power. See, I activate my quirk in my entire body, then I can pass through anything I want. Even solid ground, no sweat.
Warping and dodging. Geez, that's incredible. But wait, I'm confused. How did you travel through the floor so fast?
Well, I start by sinking deep underground, falling through matter. Then I release my quirk. Apparently, things with mass can't overlap. That's called physics. So I get propelled upward. Think of it this way. The ground spits me out, and I fly up into the air. That's how my warp works. By adjusting the direction I'm facing or the pose I'm holding, I can change the angle I come out at. Sort of like aiming.
You're able to avoid any attacks, and you can move where you want in an instant? Wow, you were born with a really strong quirk.
Not true. My power's only strong because I made it that way. While my quirk's activated, my lungs can't take in oxygen. In the same way, my eardrums don't work, and light can't pass through my retinas. I can go through matter, but can't feel it. But thanks to training and experience, I learned to predict what would happen next in a fight. In our work studies, we're treated as a sidekick, or even a pro. It can be kind of terrifying. But everything you go through is an important experience that you can't get in the classroom. That's why I think they're worth it, even if you're scared. You with me, first years?
At first, his quirk was something that held him back. But still, he made the most of his power and got as much experience as he could. Now he's great at analyzing fights.
First years with their provisional licenses. That's...
Wait! Let's begin!
Way to go, Mirio! I thought you hurt some of them by accident, you know? But no one was injured, so I think you did a good job. A+. Did anyone surprise you? I want to know. Come on, spill!
Huh, let me see. The one who came at me first analyzed my moves and then predicted what I'd do after that. I bet Sir would love to meet him.
Togeda! Please! Fight me again! And if I win, I have a request. Refer me to the hero agency you're at. Then I can do your work study with you.
You again? Why are you so excited?
Your work study is at Sir Night-Eye's agency. I tried to ask All Might if he could introduce me to him, but he refused. So if I prove myself, I wondered if you could instead. Gran Torino told me a little about Sir Night-Eye. Can you please introduce us? His agency is perfect for me, if he'll take me on. My quirk is really similar to the way All Might's worked. So training with his former sidekick would be perfect. He could help me be a better hero.
For certain reasons, things between Night-Eye and me are complicated. I just don't want to talk to him. That's why I can't introduce you. But perhaps you can ask young Togeda. He's working under Night-Eye's supervision, so maybe he can help you out.
Now I get it. Sure thing. I'm all about sparring with some stakes. Quick, let's get into our costumes. We shouldn't be wasting time, right?
Final round! Ready? Clash!
With my new
Not coming?
Whoa!
Take that!
I have the timing! Shoot! Just getting stuck! I have the timing!
Even?
You're cutting through! Stay down! Can't deflect! I'm gonna beat you down! Gotta make the most of my effort! Always fierce in a fight!
Even?
Time! Kick technique!
You're powerful!
Cutting through!
Stand! Move! Win!
All right!
Outstanding!
Midoriya, why don't you tell me what kind of hero you want to be?
I want to rescue people with a smile. I want to be strong so no one worries about me. I want to always win and save everybody. And eventually, one day I want to become the greatest hero.
Nice. Those are some pretty big goals. There's no reason for me to say no, though. So yeah, I'll introduce you. Sure.
You mean it? Thank you so much!
Yep. I always figured Sir Night-Eye would take a liking to you anyway.
Let's begin! And with that, I accompanied Togeda to Sir Night-Eye's agency so I could meet the man himself. Hopefully, he'd agree to take me on. Sir Night-Eye's famous for being strict, not just on others, but on himself as well. But apparently, he still had a good sense of humor. In order to be accepted by Sir Night-Eye, I needed to make him laugh, just once. This was my moment, so I had to get through to him somehow. Problem was, joking around and being funny wasn't my thing. The only thing I could do was an impersonation. Something I'd practiced countless times in front of my mirror at home.
I'm Izuku Midoriya!
You fool. What are you doing with your face? You attempted this blasphemous excuse of an impression on All Might's former sidekick? All Might's wrinkles aren't like this at all. In his early days, his crow's feet were 0.6 centimeters long. From the Silver Age on, they were 0.8. I don't care for this one bit. You can see yourself out.
I want to work under you so I can become a stronger person than I am now. Please, just give me a chance. Let me prove myself.
Once I stamp this document, you'll officially be contracted with my agency for a work study. But I refuse to approve it yet. What benefit would you contribute to my agency? Show me what you would bring to the table using actions, not words. You have 3 minutes to try and take this seal from me. If you want to work as a hero under my guidance, then stamp that contract yourself. Then you can join my ranks.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Don't concern yourself with what happens to the room. Just come and take it.
Shoot! I have the timing! Here I come!
Just as I thought. Mirio should have inherited One for All. Take that! This is probably it.
Deflect! Stay down! Here I come! I have the timing! Kick technique!
This is it!
Gotta make the most of my effort! Let's turn it up! Just getting started! Right!
Blast Ultra!
Doesn't matter.
Win!
Amazing!
Go on. Faster. Faster than even he can react. I can't just let him reject me now. Not after everything All Might and I have been through. He wanted me to have his power. He chose me!
I can see what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. The more I watch you, the less reason I have to think you have any potential. What an unsightly display. Have you given up already?
I didn't lose my focus or my drive. I just realized I was about to step on the poster for All Might's 10th anniversary. The one that was never for sale. It's basically priceless.
Don't tell me. He was in constant motion, jumping around the room as Gran Torino would, and yet, even emotionally off balance from my provocations? He formulated a strategy to defeat me, and remained aware of his surroundings. You're hired. You'll work here alongside professionals. But that doesn't mean I recognize you. You're no symbol, I'm confident in that. Regardless of All Might's mandate, you're not worthy of his power.
I'm going to